No, it's probably
So
dry.
Bobert, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What is it like being a clown?
It is the best job on the planet. It is far from the most important job, but it's the best job on the planet. You get paid to make people happy.
Mhm.
So it is really wonderful. I'm trying to think. What can I say that's negative about being a clown? It's some big shoes to fill.
Oh, that's you just hit Kevin's happy button.
Oh, the endorphins! I love it.
Puns, puns, dad jokes, puns.
It is genuinely awesome. Like there are definitely days where I'm in 100-degree heat. That's
like our
lot of
neighbors.
Like someone's just outside of your house being like, hey. There are days where it's 100-degree heat and you have 100 people in line and they just want a balloon. They don't care to see the clown be funny. You're a party favor machine, and those days are hard.
Yeah.
But it's then there's other days like the other day I did a show just a couple days ago, and just the kids, every single joke was hitting, adults were laughing. Literally, I did opening magic trick, and like I heard some kid go, oh, "That's real magic!" And it's like this ain't David Copperfield. But
it just blew that kid's mind.
Yeah, it did, and the kids were loving it, and then I made them balloons afterwards, and I had a great time. The kids had a great time. It was restorative, is the weirdest way I can put it. Because like after the event, like we had to go to Walmart and pick up some groceries. So like I'm still in Walmart. I'm bouncing around, like, hey.
Were you were still in the whole clown get up at Walmart?
Most of the clown get up.
So you're probably the most normal dressed person at Walmart.
Right? What time of the day was this?
This would have been 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Okay,
yeah, he's part of the course. Yeah, he's by part of the course. Yeah.
It's usually like Ghostbuster events. We go out and eat afterwards, and usually half of us are still dressed like Ghostbusters. Same thing. Being a clown, I'll swap off the big shoes for like just some regular Converses. I'll take the funny hat off and put a regular one on, and that's about it, really. Yeah. Otherwise, I look pretty much the same because I'm like, they're clothes. I'm just going to get some, some high C or something from Walmart. It's like, where's the extra cooler?
So getting to this point, let's go back a little bit, because we've talked about your theater and prop building experience, and you've got a ton of characters that you've done over the years. I mean, we've seen you in so many things: Han Solo, Flash.
I love to cosplay.
Yeah, and so what is the genesis of Bobert the Balloon Guy?
The character Bobert the Balloon Guy.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, it's funny that you say that. The other day, this isn't so much the genesis. I'm gonna skew off topic real quick. Me and Tiffany were talking, and I was talking about doing a bit or something like that. And I was like, oh, Bobert would like this. Bobert would love this. And Tiffany's like, I think it's really funny because like I'm Robert. Like she calls me Robert, but everyone else calls me Bobert. So like there's Bobert the person, and then there's Bobert the clown. She's like, I think it's really funny that you sometimes refer to yourself in third person.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, no, I'm talking about clown me. Like I was literally, I'm talking about clown me, not me, not Bobbert me, clown Bobbert.
Yeah.
So I found.
Little did you know, honey, you married somebody with a split personality.
Yeah, personalities are named Bobbert. Yeah, it's just so weird to me that it's one of those things I never noticed that I did differentiate characters, but since it's my nickname and my cloud name, like it, I guess if you don't know, you don't know. But the origin. Like, do you want to know how I got the name? Do you want to know how I got?
I want to know how
clowning?
Like maybe like how cosplay and maybe theater work and all this stuff. How did this lead to where you?
Oh, okay.
You began and started your own business.
Looking back, like in any moment of my life, I don't see a path to where I'm at today. Looking back, though, I see clearly as day how I just circled that drain, slowly landing on the clown.
Until he ends up at Walmart at 8:30 at night in half clown gear.
Yep.
Picking up groceries.
Oh yeah. The origin of me though, you really literally have to go back to like childhood for me, like the earliest childhood, because like I remember wow, those are some loud booms.
They are probably right next door.
It's probably the people in the corner. Yeah.
I genuinely wish that they had better timing so I could like punctuate stuff with it. Like, that was so good.
Hang on, let me go talk to them. Let's see if we can line this up.
Have to come back in one piece.
Now.
But no, when I was a kid, like I remember in kindergarten, I was drawing pictures of like the Ecto-1 and Ghostbusters and stuff like that. And just like loving Halloween and costumes. And as a kid, I remember my dad got me a bullwhip, and I still have it somewhere because I loved Indiana Jones so much. So he gave me a bullwhip and he gave me safety goggles. And he's like, when you play with the bullwhip, you wear the safety goggles. And I was like, yes, sir. You know, and he got me an Indiana Jones hat. He got me my first ventriloquist dummy. He got me a pair of stilts. He just came home one day, and I guess like somebody at his job was getting rid of them, or maybe his kids outgrew them. He's like, I'll take them. So he brought them home, and he's like, here you go, stilts, figure those out. Like, just, you know, the wackiest stuff. And
that's cool.
My family got me magic sets growing up, things like that. And I remember, I want to think it was first grade, maybe second, teacher let me bring in like my magic kit and do a magic show for the class. I mean, it was a terrible show, but I mean, it's the kind of magic show you can imagine the 6 or 7 year old being like, now look at this, and completely fouling up a trick. But like I had that, and then as I got older, I was still into Ghostbusters and got into Ghostbuster costuming and building props in high school, because I used to draw all the time, and I still draw a lot. It's pretty foundational to me for a lot of things. And I realized I would draw more and more like technical stuff, and then kind of blueprints, and then it kind of went from there to 3-dimensional like building stuff, and went to making like proton packs. I made my first one in high school, first two technically, but the first one was really bad. The second one was the one from the South Alabama Ghostbusters video. And my mom had gotten me a flight suit. She found it like a flea market, like really cheap. She just comes home one Saturday and she goes, look what I got you. And she holds up this flight suit, and it's a Nomex flight suit. And I just lose my mind, because I'm like, I'm a Ghostbuster. So that's great. And I loved that. And then I got out of high school, I went to college. We took every art class that college taught. And then like started making my own costumes, won costume contests at the college, made Boba Fett, Robin. Trying to think of some of the other ones. I made my friends their costumes. So just all kinds of stuff, and started cosplaying, because like when I first started, like cosplay wasn't even a term, because I'm old. Cosplay wasn't even a thing.
You were doing it before it was
costuming.
He was cosplay before cosplay was cool.
Yeah. Like, and it's just so between growing up and like gaining all these weird skills like whip cracking and fireworks explosions and still walking, and it's all this stuff combined with like costuming, and then with Ghostbusters, there's that get out in public and talk to crowds and interact and in some ways entertain,
right? And
then doing children's theater, where I'm working with kids, I'm entertaining kids, I'm teaching kids, and I'm building prop sets and costumes for kids too. It's just like, then I meet a professional clown, and I'm like, oh, hey, tell me something about being clowns. Like, I think being clown is kind of interesting. Like, it had been floating around the back of my mind a little bit. And then like, I just like so happened to meet a pro clown, and it's like, oh, tell me more. And he does. And it turns out the clown that I met was this amazing high level professional clown that is very well respected in the clown world. And like, he really led me down the path that I needed to go down to get to where I'm at today. And it's been wacky, fun, crazy.
Right.
Meeting.
I mean, that's kind of part of the job, to be wacky, fun, crazy. So, okay.
Yep. Okay. Surprisingly, a lot of clowns are actually introverts, though. Not me, mind you.
I was gonna say, I would
we've
not.
never known you to be.
Yeah,
one.
I was gonna say, I wouldn't get that impression about you.
No. I will cartwheel into a room, shake everyone's hand, and then disappear. Like I love it. It's great. But no, a lot of clowns I've met are because like I was like, oh, other clowns will be like me. They're just gonna be like zany and wacky, and they're like reserved and quiet. And then it's like, oh, it's showtime. Ta-da!
Yeah.
Me, I'm just like da, 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 da. Oh, we're doing a show now. Okay. Da. So it's,
and Bobert, kind of speaking, rolling back here a little bit. You spoke about a lot of clowns are introverts. That's one of the things that I've noticed, and I've been doing cosplay for that's 20 plus years now, and I've helped quite a few people do get out there and get more sociable. And one of the best ways to do that is to make a costume that you can pretend not to be you.
Yeah.
And it just that connects on so many levels where you get to, whether it be like a Tusken Raider or a Boba Fett or even like you said, like even a clown, it lets you present yourself as not yourself. And it's just something about that mentally with a lot of people that it just works. It just makes it turns you into an extrovert. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like I guess like a lot of people having like something over their face, like this isn't me, really helps. Whereas me, I'm just like, hey, something over my face or not. Like
it just makes me more powerful.
But yeah, it's really interesting to find out that so many clowns are like introverted or otherwise not just like on all the time.
Right.
Like although I don't like to describe myself as on all the time, I'm pretty much on all the time. Like I can't. Like it's hard for me to stop, but I like it. Tiffany tolerates it. So.